Hi there, everyone. Welcome back to On the Flip Side. My name is Adam Shawwalker, your host, and today we've got another little guitar fix-up for you. This is a guitar that I was offered to buy from a good friend of mine, and it's just got a few things wrong with it that I don't really feel comfortable making a purchase on it, but he and I go way back. He was the guitar player in my high school talent show band. Well, I mean, it's really more like his band, but we did Jeremy by Pearl Jam. This is one of his guitars, and it's going through a few things. There is a headstock stress crack, which is the reason I did not buy it, because the price is just not quite right. But he does need money. So the other things that are wrong with it, I figure that can be overlooked for the right price. So the three-way switch does not have any signal from the neck pickup. And it is missing some strap buttons, which, I mean, both of those things should be pretty easy to fix. I told him, hey, we can get this done in a couple hours. So, if that. And we're just going to knock this thing out real quick and, just clean it up a little bit so that he can make a little bit of money off of it. And, he's between a couple of jobs right now. And this just seems like a good way to kind of move things along. Like I said, just known the dude forever. So we're knocking this thing out. So let's get to it. Now, as far as parts go, we actually have the Switchcraft three-way switch, which was the one that we stole the nut off of for the SG. And luckily there's a nut here, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the same threading. So if this actually needs to be entirely replaced, we have this guy, which should work just fine. Yeah, I suspect this just needs to be resoldered or needs something bent back in place. Although that feels pretty dang loose, so might just need to swap that entirely. And then as far as strap buttons go, does this have them? No, this is bridges. Mostly bridges. No tuning machines, don't need that. Let's see. We've got bins full of parts. I think this is the one. Hello. Got like strap lock. Oh, there we go. There's one and two. Look like they came off of maybe a PRS or a Jackson. Actually, these look like Schecter strap buttons. So that'll do. Reassemble this a little bit, so I'll have to clean that up later. And should have just about everything that we need. Let's see, this guy's plugged in, good. 800 degrees on the fucking soldering iron. Just to review, I already checked this out over at my buddy's house, but we'll just double check on the wiring. So, drop C. Ooh. Okay, so it's kind of coming through. But not really. It seems like it's probably the switch, so we'll start there. Could just throw in these strap buttons real quick. Is this the right threading? I think that's the right threading, actually. I'll just pop those in real quick. If they're a little loose, we can just shim them a hair. I like to use a screwdriver on these, but sometimes I use a drill. Just kind of depends on if they're going to be finicky or not. So we'll see about these ones. Whoop. Yeah, just smack the back of that real quick. It only sucks if you hit it with the tip of your screwdriver. Oh, that's like perfect. That ain't going anywhere. It is funny seeing, like, it's a detail you wouldn't really notice with the strap buttons being, like, wrong brand. This one's a little loose. But it is funny seeing this style of strap button on here, because I'm pretty sure this is Schecter. And just does not match the Gibson vibe, like, at all. Epiphone in this case, whatever. You got some spare material. I can't remember what this stuff is called. It's like a composite of like wood shavings and glue that are pressed into a block. And I know some people like to use toothpicks, but I just have had this stuff laying around forever. I know it's gone over there somewhere. Cut off another one of those. I've had this stuff laying around forever, and I like to use what I have on hand before buying more materials if I can. So I've just been kind of shimming holes with this stuff lately, and it's been doing pretty good. Albeit not the prettiest stuff, but then again, neither are the toothpicks. So throw that in there. And you could potentially use some wood glue as well to like really get this thing solid, but I find most of the time it just needs a little bit of extra material in there and it kind of fills itself out. So yeah, it's already much tighter. And the screw will kind of push everything into place and make everything where it needs to be. It's nice that these are big enough too, that these actually cover up. There's like a little chip around the strap button. This is the instance where I want to use the drill, just because it's going to be quicker and I can set it on low torque. And if I don't stab the guitar, it'll be fine. Yeah, even a little bit more than that. Three will do. Obviously, you don't want to just machine gun that shit in there, but you can kind of... Okay. That ain't going nowhere, which is what you got to say every time, because if you don't, it might. So that's it. Now, for the part that could get hairy, depending on if this is actually the switch or not. Get out our StewMac, overpriced StewMac screwdriver. These things are actually really nice, but a little pricey. StewMac, if you're watching this, I'd love a sponsorship, even though I'm a hack. Come on. I say as I go and stab the back of this guitar. Didn't leave a mark, though. Though there is a mark suspiciously close to where I did not leave a mark. So, who knows? Get a little... Come on. Cool. Alright, so what the hell is going on in here? Jesus. Okay. I think the... If there's enough lead on this, and I hope there is, I'm going to pull this out and have a closer look at whatever the hell is going on here. If I can get this thing off. Alright, well, it's not the most family-friendly option, but... Vice grips and some gentle suggestion. There we go. You just need to break it loose. You don't want to break... You don't want to damage anything with vice grips, because that always sucks. Oh, is this going to be the right threading for this? Come on. Are you? Kind of. Looks like it's threading enough. Alright. Push that through. Deal with this. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. You know what? I might even have another three-way switch. I just grabbed the first Gibson style one I saw, but it's very possible I have another in here that actually is the right one. Not that. That's more like a flying V. This looks like a lot more similar to what's coming out of there. I hope. The hope is that it does work. It feels like it works. Also missing the threading, but you know what? I'm thinking it might be more likely that that nut will fit this guy as opposed to this other Switchcraft style, because it's an import guitar. Probably threaded it for this. Come on, buddy. There we go. Yep, that threading will do just fine. And it's kind of cool. It's this little black switch. Alright, so what the hell is going on here? There's some loose wire hanging off this ground. Might just be the ground wire looking ugly like it normally does. Okay, there's the contact. Oh, I see. The actual switch itself is like coming apart. So it might not be that the contacts are bad. It might just be that this is bad. So we're going to just swap this out. Okay, so we'll just take this thing apart. Set that aside for now. Probably won't need it, but maybe this does fit too, right? Okay, that fits. You know what? Does this switch tip fit? That would be awesome. That would be so nice if it fit. It looks like it's the same threading. Please, please, please. Come on, buddy. Oh, you are so close to being perfect. You are so close to being exactly what I need. Come on. Damn. That does not appear to be quite the right size. Do I have anything else? Cream switch tip. Maybe. Look at that. Okay, we got a cream switch tip. That will have to do. This black one, we'll just hang on to for now by keeping track of it there. And the next time I go looking for a switch, I'll pull this one out and say, why the hell did I keep this thing? And then I'll remember that the switch tip is on there. Because that's a better place to store it than loose in the box. Because that will just get lost. All right. Now, I think it was like this. So, got kind of a pen or a pencil somewhere. Here's a pencil. And throw away paper. So, we've got ground. And then whip. So, ground, white, green, red. It goes in neck, bottom. Okay, so this will kind of, I would just take a picture of it, but you know, got a pencil and I've got some other shit. We can make this work. Might help if I had, where's my other guy? Where's my other guy? This is bullshit. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, we're just gonna hold this by the switch tip so it stays somewhat secure. And just start unsoldering this. Very nice. Hopefully this will solve our issue, and if it doesn't, I'm really going to do it this time. Is live leak still a thing? Come on. My boy, why are you not melting? I say to myself out loud. Come on, there we go. And give me that green. This is the most cursed grip ever. Jesus, what am I doing? There we go. Those are all good. And let's get this ground freed up. You know, working on this one after working on that 74 is really telling the difference in quality between the solder with the lead in it and the non-leaded solder. Because this stuff just does not want to flow, whereas that leaded solder from the 70s was like advanced. Like that just went. It was really good. I know you can still get leaded solder. It's just kind of not the easiest to track down. Come on, buddy. There you go. All right. Get this and save it for a rainy day and burn the hell out of my fingers while handling it. That's good. Okay. There's a huge chunk of solder on this that I'm just going to clear out of here real quick. Come on. We don't. Come on. There you go. Attaboy. Nice. And then we got a pretty clean jack. Or switch. Switch and a jack are like the same thing if you don't know anything. Alright. And I suppose we'll hold it like this. And start with the ground. Because it's the shortest one. Will it fit back through? That's the question. Ooh. If I can make this end a little cleaner, that'll fit right back through. Okay. Does that do the thing? That does the thing. I love that. I love it when it does the thing. Okay. Got fresh solder. And attaboy. Hopefully that fucking adheres properly. Because I'm going to scream if it doesn't. Let's see, does that hold proper? Looks like it's on there. Okay. And we'll just have to get these all soldered the rest of the way properly. You know, we might as well. I think we could secure it. No. That'll probably be a pain in the ass if we secure that too early, huh? Alright. If it's facing this way, green's on top, white's in the middle, red's on the bottom. So, I'm going to reorient just a little bit. I'm going to grab it by the threading, because that seems to be a better hold. And that looks like that just barely reaches. They really get close with these, for these Epiphones. Although I guess they do get close with them with a lot of these models. Come on, buddy.
Cut.
This is going to be, you know what, I should probably do the not stupid thing right now and throw down some protection. Okay. White in the middle. You bastard, get on there. Oh, my boy, what are you doing to me? Get out of here. Get out of here, Red. I don't need that. I don't need that yet. Ooh, can I just kind of get it on the outside? Looks like we got it on the outside. Does it actually adhere properly? Yep, it's good. Okay, green on the top, red on the bottom. Probably route these wires a little bit better. Green on the top, red on the bottom. Oh, damn you. Okay, and that's, okay, yeah, it's not going anywhere. What if I turn it like this? Seems kind of like it helps, maybe. Not a complete nightmare. Oh my goodness, will this fit through there? Oh my god. Hardly even had to do anything there. Just sort of popped into place. Love that. Some fresh solder. And the red seems good to go and secure. And this green one, feels like it might be just a little short, but maybe we can get that in there. Oh my goodness. Like, perfect. I love when these are the right lengths. I don't have to finagle anything. That's my favorite. Kind of burnt my finger a little bit there, but that's okay. Now, theoretically, this should work. We'll see. I have my doubts, I have my suspicions, but we will see. Pop this back through. hit the right on there, and get that out of the way, and oh good. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to fall back through, actually. Is it in? I say out loud to myself as a joke. Okay. Get on there. Do you like threading? It's like lunch for you. There you go. Attaboy. All right, it's a little loose, so you can probably get that a little bit further down, but for now, that'll be enough to test with. Okay, does it work? Moment of truth. And if it doesn't, you heard it here first, folks. I'm gonna cry. Hey! Now the question is it facing the right direction? Looks like it. Yep, it's that switch. Beautiful. Okay, now the question is, can I get this more secure? A real gentle like. Something tells me that simply will not do. Do I have another one of these laying around? I'm worried that I don't. I'm just pulling out all of the switches. So if I have one, it's probably towards the bottom. Are you the right threading? Probably not. These box ones usually are not, but if it works, it works. That's my MO. So let's see. Let's see if maybe by some miracle this is the right threading. But it's got a washer on it, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh my god. Is that the right threading? Kind of. Doesn't seem to want to keep going down, though. It does go on. Can I fudge it? Can I fudge this thing? Am I able to fudge it? This is probably just about right. Ooh. Ooh, that would need to go down really far. This is also not quite the right size wrench, I guess. So that's not ideal. It's like the threading is just kind of too thin. I'm wondering if this is like some Geiger switch or something that I just had laying around. That would kind of suck. This just isn't the right threading at all. Because like, this one absolutely goes on. Just doesn't want to... You know what? If I can shim this on the bottom, it doesn't need to screw on that much. Do I have big enough washers is the question. Oh. Hello? Are you big enough washers? Actually, is this proper threading? If this is the right size, I'm gonna jump for joy, buddy. Looks like the not for an input jack. Oh, actually, yeah, this is for a barrel jack. I remember now. This is for a barrel jack that was dead on arrival. Whoa, that's the same threading. Okay. Okay. Love to see that. We are just gonna throw that on there. How tall is this original switch? About the same, it just actually went on further. Okay. That fucking absolutely threads properly, which I love. And then we got this guy. Pop that on, and then hopefully this will be enough room to thread on just a little bit. Oh, say it ain't so. Might have to lose the washer on the outside, which is unfortunate, but like I said, if it works, it works. This thing is already a little bit messed up. Oh my goodness. It's going to come down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, there it is. You've heard it here first, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo. My goodness. Okay. Does that still allow enough room to stay switched? Oh no. That nut makes contact with ground. So that's not going to work. That is really unfortunate. Or maybe the ground wire came loose. No, it doesn't look like the ground wire's loose. Yeah, I think it's the nut. Although, if this goes all the way down, I can just have it go into the top and just say screw it. Which I think is going to work just fine. So let's try that out. Pop this back on here. And pop this on. And we should have a working knob. Or a working switch that doesn't hum, please. Is it the lights? What is happening? It definitely is more hum than before. You know what? I wonder if the ground wire is just cold soldered a little bit. Let's hit this real quick. Resolder it, hopefully, because I feel like when I soldered this initially, it didn't quite make a great connection. So let's see if that connection was just a little bit broken. Also, I think I've dropped something, and I don't know what. And that's very good. We'll figure that out later. Let's put some of these back. Okay. What's it gonna be? Tits or destiny? Hey, it was the ground wire. Love that. Sometimes you cold solder joint your stuff. So that is now seemingly working. Get that out of the way. Hold on to that because one day I'll need a switch tip. Keep the little bag because you never know when you need a little bag. Might as well put something in it as well. I'm thrilled that that nut fit. A little bit of a bummer that it's not quite the proper style. But, like I said, if it works, it works. I'm a huge proponent in the functionality. Not necessarily always overformed, but in a case like this, it's going to do. It'll do just fine. Real question is, oh, there's the cover. I was going to say, where did I put that cover? It would be very funny to lose it at this stage, right when it's just about done. Could clean this thing up a little bit more cosmetically. Probably just wipe it down just a hair, because he did gig with this thing when he was living in Nashville. So, it's seen some stages, seen some play out. But for the most part, just a decent little Epiphone. It's a shame about the neck, because I really would have bought this thing to flip, but it just really kills resale value a lot of the time. That being said, if he wants to sell it today, I think he can get like $250 for it in this shape pretty easily. Let's just get it a little bit more tuned. I think he had it in drop C, so we'll just keep it around there. C, G, C, good. F, A, that's sharp. Ooh. And D. Little flat. Okay. And here. Let's just spray those pots out. Because why not? It'll take 2 seconds. Always good to have a razor blade on hand, because, you know, especially if you don't have fingernails. All right. Let's get a little bit of what? Jumping? A little bit of what? Ass whooping? That evil sumbitch Bowser's got Peach up in that castle, man. All right. That should be enough. Yeah, we can just kind of work that in this way, and oh, those have loosened up immediately. For those familiar with the channel, you know I am a huge proponent of the WD-40 Specialist Contact Cleaner. Really good stuff. Far cheaper than Deoxit for a much bigger can. My one complaint about it is they don't have the adjustable spray speed. If they had that, it would be like perfect. I would buy it every time. I do still buy Deoxit occasionally for some of the more sensitive stuff, but for the most part, that WD-40 cleaner works pretty awesome. Can't complain. Highly recommend. It's like $8 for that huge can, as opposed to Deoxit, which is like almost $20 now for a can that's, I think we got, is there one back here? Is that what that is? Yep. Can of Deoxit. Can of WD-40. Look at that size difference. Crazy. This is just about empty. But I saw it poking out there from behind the amp. So figured I'd do a little plug for my boys in WD-40. If any rep from WD-40 sees this and just like wants to send me like a case of that, I would literally kiss you on the mouth. So I use it all the time. Or if a rep from Deoxit wants to buy my silence, you know where I am. Okay. You got that. Just throw that out. Don't need that anymore. Don't need this. Probably spray this down with some of the mysterious fluid. If you're wondering, it is in fact isopropyl alcohol. Does not hurt these kinds of finishes. I wouldn't use it on anything vintage, but this is plastic, for God's sake. You can use this on polyurethane all day. Obviously, I try not to use them over the quality control stickers either, or any stickers on these, just because they will start to peel off. But on the rest of the finish, you can kind of just get a little bit on there. And it's just good for like minor cleanups. You don't want to go overkill on it. Especially because it dries the hell out of your hands. Half the time if I'm doing this stuff I'm wearing gloves, but already this far in, and screw it, you know. If it works, it works. That's pretty much good to go. Alrighty, so that is more or less it for this thing. We'll do a quick little demo for you in case you need to hear an Epiphone Les Paul, but it is all in good working order and ready to move. Hopefully sooner rather than later for my homie. And yeah, just plug it in real quick. Once again running out of the PB Decade because fuck tone. And how about the saturation channel? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Check out my Instagram, my Reverb, and my Depop. Links to all of those are in the description below. This has been really fun. I'm going to try and get more uploads in a little bit more regularly just because, you know, I remembered making that Gibson video just how much I enjoyed doing this beyond just, you know, buying, selling, flipping guitars. So I'm going to try and get stuff up more regularly for all you guys because I'm just enjoying it, having a good time. It's going to be a good year. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you on the flip side.